There's people who want to, there's people who have with animals, and told that I had to give a job to Biden.
So Joe Biden was there at this shrine.
Additional charges could soon be forthcoming.
Multiple sources tell me that a federal grand jury is hearing testimony from new witnesses, including some who are being flown in from out of state. This comes as a judge ruled that an accuser trying to sue Combs cannot remain anonymous. Prosecutors are looking to bring more charges and additional co-defendants to the Sean Diddy Combs federal trafficking case.
Just to give testimony to the grand jury, he was subpoenaed by the court.
Both was in the music business for 30 years together.
Answer a subpoena, you will. The marshals will come to your house as they came to his house, and they will bring you here.
Wow, it just gets bigger and worse, it seems.
Yes.
You know, all right.
Every week.
Yep.
Judge ruled that one of Sean Diddy Combs' accusers must reveal her identity or her case is going to be dismissed.
The ruling was issued by a federal judge in Manhattan yesterday. Now,
I'm sure that his lawyers are also appealing whether he can get out on bail.
We should get word of that soon, because that court case was, what, 2 weeks ago? And that's how long we were told that judgment would be. So we'll see.
recently there was sort of a probe into the conditions at MDC, so it's interesting to see his celebrity, how that's affecting things in that jail.
The 8 people in the videos, the 8 celebrities in the videos, we know who they are, but we will not be naming them, famous or not.
I didn't see the cameras. You could tell how the person was angled.
Home was raided by federal authorities, and I assume it is because of this material. Is that true?
He just went to every one of them looking for me. They said,
It was just them serving a subpoena. Just was not in any way, shape, or form had a search warrant or an arrest warrant issued for him. They use the Marshal Service to come to all of your residences if you have more than one residence.
The federal authorities' knowledge that these flash drives existed and had this kind of compromising material. And those statements include descriptions of what the witness says he saw on those tapes. How many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
Out of those 8, how many appear to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimized?
To be honest, all.
It was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right.
Having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appear to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence?
All of them. All of them.
And of those 8, how many seemed to be potentially minors?
2 to 3, possibly 3.
What you received on the flash drives, was it the completed book?
It was completed.
Kim knew I was a woman of my word, and this book was going to make it to print. Kim made me promise that if something happened to her, I would make sure this book became public to the world. The way Sean moved, I knew that was a promise I would have to fulfill.
Christian, Quincy, and Justin, who are Diddy's sons, were also in attendance. Ray J was outside, and when the party was over, Ray J was headed in the parking lot. He was there actually with Amber Rose. Christian, Justin, and Quincy walk up to Ray J and they press him. There's like a big confrontation back and forth, you know, all the pushing, and Ray J has said some things about Diddy and all of the sexual allegations.
Ray J said this were being taken.
Yeah, Ray J has spoke on this. Hazel E., who was also in attendance and tried to break it up, has spoke on this. Very clear that Christian and Justin and Quincy wanted to fight. That's their dad. They were upset.
Did they? If they wanted to fight, they would have fought.
They tried to rush you in Miami?
In LA.
Where?
Yeah, at the club, dog.
What, dog? How many of them was it? 2, 3? What?
I don't know, like 8.
I am surprised that Diddy didn't get a bail, and I think probably he was surprised that he didn't get a bail. I don't think, unless there's a real twist and turn to the plot, I don't think he's coming out of jail again.
Well, right, because there's witness tampering. He called one of the witnesses like 55 times in a day. So Diddy called Kalina 128 times, and then Kalina wrote up a statement saying that I don't agree with all this stuff. The fact that he called that many times shows witness tampering.
He not getting out.
3 times.
3 times.
3 times.
When you're Puffy and you come in, I got $50 million bail, and you're used to things going your way by hook or crook, and then they went back to bail hearing again, and they said no.
Hey, this guy who worked for Echo at the time, I guess, ran into Puffy in the stockroom of a Macy's. He had 3 security guards with him. He basically made this guy drop to his knees.
Damn.
With the 3 security guards watching.
Damn, this is too much, man. At what point is it?
What was it like meeting Diddy for the first time?
Meeting him for the first time, it was, number one, it was the dream come true. He loves the record. He wants to use it. Get a check for $7,000 for that little bitty, they want you to come to New York. So I get on the plane and I go to New York. Next significant encounter was in Miami. Okay. It was in Miami at a party. I just remember him walking in and asking everybody, hey, what kind of girls do y'all want? And I think somebody said they wanted Puerto Rican girls. And just a bunch of them came in. You know, this guy could get whatever he wanted. There was already girls there at the party, but this whole thing is spiritual. I believe these girls came specifically to do whatever we wanted them to do. We never really came one-on-one. You know, you really had to be in his inner circle to get that close to him. There was another party that was happening in Vegas. We're all in Vegas. Everybody's there. Party's gonna happen that night. I said, I can't do it. And they're just crying like a crazy man. And I said, I'm walking away from it all.
Elon Musk, the master of stirring up a storm on social media, is at it again, and this time he's throwing some serious shade at none other than Eminem, now Musk, and M. That's already a head-scratcher for most people, but then you throw in Diddy and the whole thing becomes downright bizarre. It started with Elon's tweet casually hinting that EM might have attended one of Diddy's famously wild parties. Yet another Diddy participant, he wrote, just vague enough to spark a frenzy, but targeted enough to keep fans guessing. People instantly took sides. Some jumped to Eminem's defense, calling Elon for what they saw as unnecessary post stirring, while others couldn't help but wonder if Elon was on to something they didn't know. After all, Diddy's name has been all over the headlines for the past few months, linked to allegations that are anything but flattering. The timing of Musk's jab only added fuel to the fire, and fans were left trying to read between the lines, as they often do with Elon. But here's where things get even juicier. This tweet didn't come out of the blue. Musk and Diddy actually have history together, and it's one that goes back to Elon's dramatic tweet buyout saga. In a twist that few saw coming, Diddy reportedly helped Musk lock down some of the funding needed to buy Twitter, now rebranded as X.
Know that this guy right here is your biggest fan from the bad boy era. Party we do, anything we do is like, put on Puffy and Mace, put on Puffy and Mace. So you're gonna have to do one of those. No money, no problem.
I mean,
anything with Mace in it. Anything with
give
Mace
me your
in
top
it.
two. Mace, more money, more
you.
problem.
All Jennifer Lopez had to do was marry a white boy. People to stop remembering that she had a gun in her pocketbook. That bullet came from the gun that was in her hand. And not once has she spoken up. She had gunshot residue on her hands the night that Natanya was shot. Betterment of that woman. Not once has she donated to her family or for her medical bills that she's still paying. She was afraid that maybe one day they would open the case and she still has the bullet fragments in her face. Like J-Lo has said nothing or say something in her defense to stop Puffy from gaslighting her. You really thought that just running off and marrying Ben Affleck was going to take you out of the Diddy downfall? She sat there and cried like a baby. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail. Benny Medina put her with that drunk white boy Sean Combs has done to their lives, and you're trying to avoid your part in the story or the fact that you never spoke up. What happens to Cassie if J-Lo had said something to Diddler back then? Because that situation happened in the late 90s. He didn't get with Cassie until 2009, 15 years after he was with Jennifer. Cassie would never have gone through what she's gone through about the that she suffered in a relationship with Sean Combs. J-Lo being a stand is Cassie not getting punted in a hallway.
He will find me.
That little nugget of information came to light after some legal digging, and it raised eyebrows. Diddy, the hip-hop mogul with a history of high-profile parties and tabloid-worthy scandals, actually had a financial stake in the world's most infamous social media platform, for those keeping track it. Almost sounds like the plotline of a twisted buddy comedy. Elon and Diddy, to vastly different personalities with vastly different empires, somehow crossing paths and bonding over their shared interest in Twitter. Well, X, as Musk insists on calling it, and here's the kicker Elon apparently considers Diddy a good friend enough to text back and forth regularly, so imagine the irony when Musk just threw the subtle dig at M, hinting at Diddy's parties as though he wasn't fully aware of the magnifying glass on Diddy's own past. Of course, Musk is no stranger to controversy himself, and he probably thrives on it as much as Diddy does, but when Musk decided to casually throw M into the mix, it was like lighting a match in a room full of fireworks. Musk's comment comes at a time when Diddy's reputation is, shall we say, less than pristine. With a series of serious allegations, Diddy's legal troubles are casting a long shadow over anyone even remotely connected to him, including other celebrities who might have crossed paths with him. So Naturally, Musk's comments stoked the flames and people started dissecting every word, every implication. Was Elon suddenly shading Eminem for his recent political endorsement of Kala? Was he trying to steer attention toward Diddy's infamous lifestyle and the crowd he surrounds himself with? Or was it just Musk being Musk, unfiltered, cryptic, and unpredictable as always? And speaking of legal issues, Diddy's relationship with some big-name stars are being reevaluated now that he's facing serious charges. Flashback to when Taylor Swift of all people was fangirling over him. Yet back in 2011 on the Rachel Ray Show, Taylor was asked who she'd want in her fantasy prom group, and she threw Diddy's name out there like it was no big deal. At the time, she said he'd always been super nice to her. Now that he's awaiting trial on the outrageous charges, fans are looking at that moment with an eyebrow raise, especially since Diddy's reputation has been under scrutiny since way before these allegations even came up. But hey, Taylor wasn't the only one charmed by him. Even Justin Bieber, who was practically a baby in the industry, saw him as a mentor when he was first breaking out. And it's that mentorship with Bieber that's now causing all kinds of discomfort. Justin, who shot to fame as a teenager, was taken under Diddy's wing thanks to his connection to Usher. It sounds like a golden ticket, but former Playboy model Precious Muir recently spilled an interview claiming Justin was far too young to be hanging out with Diddy at those infamous parties. Mu's memories paint a troubling picture, mentioning that there were even children at the daytime segments of Diddy's white parties events, not exactly known for their kid-friendly atmosphere. She called out Justin's parents for not being more protective, saying they should have been there every second, especially when no one around Diddy was likely to step in to enforce boundaries. While Justin himself hasn't spoken out about it, his fans are definitely on edge, wondering if he's been affected by this Sty drama more than he's let on. Interestingly, even Selena Gomez, who dated Bieber during his Diddy-influenced era, hasn't managed to sidestep the rapper orbit. Selena, known for being careful with her words, recently had a little slip-up at her Rare Impact Fund benefit while passionately discussing her commitment to mental health. She accidentally referenced the Diddy H Mental Health Services Foundation. Cue audible reactions from the audience. Whether it was a small mishap or a moment of unintentional humor, fans caught onto it right away, and memes took over, poking fun at the accidental nod to Diddy. She handled it like a pro, apologizing and moving on, but you can bet the internet won't let her forget that one, given her past with Bieber and the way Diddy's name keeps popping up around her life. It's almost like the universe keeps pulling her back into the story, even as she tries to stay focused on mental health causes.
I have been to the house parties where there have been extra police working as security, armed security. Think about it. Beyonce's on the other side of the gate. JAYZ's on the other side of the gate. People are trying to get in that party. Every major celebrity, the Kardashians, on the other side of the gate, where Tyrese is performing and Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher are swinging on swings. First Diddy party I went to was at Prince's house. So you want to go to Prince's house to the Diddy party. Diddy didn't let you bring your security in the party. That is the one thing that I thought was odd. I saw JAYZ and TD Jakes in there, every major celebrity you can think of who may or may not get along. I came one time with my security, and no other security other than Diddy's security is allowed to be inside. See this unfold. My wonder is, well, why weren't people able to have their protection? Diddy is not the only person that has these parties where they have people ranking a bunch of women. What happens after everybody's gone? These guys want to have a bunch of women around, and what happens when you mix that with other things when the regular party goes home?
Just recently contacted by someone who wanted me to sell of one of the Diddy tapes.
You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes.
Yeah, and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became public. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of. That it exists, that it's real, that the other person in the video is very visible. Yes, this was actually in his Atlanta home, at a home he had in Atlanta at one point.
Sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
It does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video, so it doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotaping.
Then there's Freddie P., one of Diddy's old associates from making the band, who's gone off on the former mentor with some jaw-dropping claims. According to Freddie, Diddy has been playing some twisted medical warfare game in Hollywood, alleging he's somehow behind various health issues that have struck down celebs like Jamie Foxx, Albshore, Kim Porter, and yes, Justin Bieber. Freddie's take is that these aren't just coincidences, throwing out that Kim Porter's memoir details some suspicious stuff and calling it part of Diddy's medical warfare. He even referenced a theory about Fox getting involved with the Fed, suggesting that might be why he got sick It's all wildly speculative, but Freddie's really serious claiming Diddy's circle has motives to discredit any dirt that could be dug up. Freddie's rant didn't stop there, he doubled down, saying that Diddy's reach extends deep, affecting people in ways that don't even make it into the news. According to him, people close to Diddy wouldn't dare to speak up, hinting at an intimidation factor that's kept some of these stories buried for anyone who followed, making demand Freddie's claims add a dark twist to his relationship with Diddy and make it feel like there's more to uncover. Even if these claims are as out there as they sound, the public seems to eat it up, especially with so many celebrities in Diddy's orbits over the years. At the heart of it, Diddy's network is tangled with just about everyone from Taylor Swift's dream prom date list to Justin Bieber's early mentors, all the way to Selena Gomez's accidental mention.
Well, you been to the Hollywood parties. What's going on at these Hollywood parties?
I left early. Plenty Diddy parties. I left early. I swear to you, those aren't the type of parties that I go to.
The stuff that they claim to be going on.
I never seen it. When I hear about it, when did that happen?
Yes.
At what time did this go down? I never seen any of this. I'm like, because I was there till 3:30. You mean 3:32? So they waited for me to leave? Like, all right, good. I've never seen it. Never seen nothing. If I buy a party, I like my own party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if I'm me and, this is my party. It's my swell rate.
For rap mogul Sean Diddy Combs, also known as P. Diddy or Puff Daddy through the years. Diddy, like Epstein, has long been rumored to be a federal informant, pointed out famously by rapper Kanye West. The type of party you might find on Jeffrey Epstein's island, or...
Hold on. Okay. All you fake hard, you know what I'm saying? I'll get, because you can't nobody in as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these, all you fake hard, you. Anyway, and the reason why you got talk is because you did a deal, you fed.
The rumors are that Diddy was running some kind of Epstein type deal where he was filming everybody. Who knows what's real?
That's what Diddy's lawyers, I think, said. It was like that. These are just trumped up charges, not true.
When Homeland Security invade your house,
you got problems
with dudes with.
Someone said that they weren't there to take stuff; they were there to delete everything.
Oh,
like
that's funny.
With Epstein.
Oh, that's funny. They never end. There's just layers upon layers upon layers. Genuinely love it when someone like Diddy gets caught, though. The glee that people have is weird. I mean, he had a lot of people at those parties, right? Well, if he really was filming everybody, you got a wild party. There's so many different stories.
What are you gonna do?
I'm not doing that.
We're not involved in them. I was never Diddy.
Telling jokes.
Like I told you.
Having fun.
That's it.
Yeah.
Smoking dope, cracking jokes, making people.
We gotta thicken our revenue stream. Music business is failing. The bubble done popped. Whose phone is that?
It's my phone, man.
That's your phone?
What's up, bro? Yeah. No, I can't talk right now. They forced me to answer in the middle of this meeting in order to humiliate me. I apologize about that.
Throw that phone out of my office. Throw that fucking phone out of my office.
Right on.
Oh, y'all think this meeting is for me? This meeting is not for me, it's for y'all. I got villas in Brazil, Tahiti, East Hampton, West Hampton. I own 20 kookaroos.
21, sir.
I own 21 kookaroos, not one. Y'all don't own one kookaroo, not one. One loves chicken. I'm doing fine. I got 6 kids. You know how much money that is to put them through school?
This story has it all: intrigue, celebrity connections, and a steady stream of revelations. Each new claim keeps pulling people back to Diddy, adding to the intense fascination over how one man could be linked to so many influential figures. The scandals, theories, and even the jokes just keep snowballing, leading us all to wonder where it'll go next and who else might get drawn into the orbit of Diddy's seemingly endless web of influence. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.